Good morning, day 53 of hiking the Appalachian Trail in 100 days. Slept in till a little bit after 6 a.m. this morning and was a little bit slower getting ready, so didn't get on the trail till 7:15, but that's totally fine. Have just under 21 miles today, so it definitely works out that today, after the big day yesterday, is a little bit easier. Did get stung by 2 bees this morning while I was getting ready to go. I feel like I walked in pretty much the same spot last night and didn't have any issues, but I must have walked on something and riled them up, and they got me. One of them on my left big toe, and then the other, and that one came into my croc, I guess, and then the other one kind of on the back of my leg, a little bit above my Achilles. So that was annoying. The one on the toe still hurts because it's like rubbing and just getting bothered in the boot, I guess. So that's a little annoying, but I'll survive for sure. Probably gonna stop just after the 3-mile mark today and go to a little convenience store that's like a quarter mile off the trail just to get probably some ice cream, to be honest, even though it's early in the morning. Feel like I need some extra food today, and I don't know, I guess I feel like I deserve it after yesterday, even though I had pizza and ice cream yesterday, but I do like ice cream, so I'll probably stop over there. And I would wait till later in the day, but I don't think there's any really other options later in the day for me to do something like that. But honestly, not feeling bad today. I really didn't have any like major aches or like super sore muscles or anything yesterday evening. It certainly felt good to lay down in the tent at night. I felt great. Honestly, my feet were probably the part that was most sore, but it was probably worst, like most sore, and they hurt the most around mile like 38 or 40-ish. The last few miles before I got into Harper's Ferry. And then when I was in Harper's Ferry, I sat down for a minute and took off my boots and kind of cleaned them out. There was some kind of like dirt and sand in there and stuff, and then put them back on, and then I was sitting for 10 or 20 minutes eating the pizza, and they felt a lot better after that and didn't hurt as much the rest of the last few miles. So yeah, feeling pretty solid today. So it's about 11:30 now, and I did stop at that gas station and got some ice cream and a little chocolate milk, actually, so that was quite good. And just now I stopped at the Blackburn Trail Center, which is basically just a glorified shelter and campsite, but it does have a caretaker there that lives there, and he kind of helps facilitate like trail work in the area as well, which is cool. Cool guy. His name was Chris, and he gave me like a soda, got like a Fanta, so I hung out there a little bit and just relaxed. I think I have at this point about 11 miles to go for the day, and it's before noon, so we'll definitely be at the camp at a fairly early time, before around 3, probably, definitely before 4 o'clock. So will give me another opportunity to relax after the 4-state challenge, and also catch up on some video editing and stuff like that. So just gonna keep moving today. So I'm currently on a section of trail which I'll be on for the next close to 14 miles called the roller coaster. It's basically a bunch of ups and downs that are apparently somewhat challenging, but there's basically no views, so some people don't really like it, and it's kind of detested. And at some point, any minute now, I think I should be hitting the final West Virginia border and completely leaving West Virginia and entering Virginia fully for the next while. I think Virginia, it's definitely over 500 miles, so we'll be there for a few weeks, a good portion of the month of August, I think. So should be a good time in Virginia. I think there's a lot of nice trail there in the Shenandoahs and such. I think this is probably it right here, actually. Yep, the West Virginia state line. So I'm now totally done with West Virginia, my 10th state, and working on Virginia. Less than a mile left to camp now. Working my way up another one of the inclines, ascents of the roller coaster. Haven't recorded much this afternoon because I've been talking to some family members just on the phone, which is nice. It's good to catch up and see how they're doing, and they want to hear how I'm doing, so that's cool. I feel like it's been a little hotter today, and I'm probably just tired in general a little bit, I think, from the 4-state challenge, so, and the big miles of yesterday. So last few miles I've just been like, oh man, kind of just want to get to camp and chill out, but should be there pretty soon. It's not quite 3:30 now, so still be there plenty early. So I'm at the shelter here, making my dinner, and deer just walked in. That's crazy. He knows something's up, but not quite sure what. I think this is the closest I've been to a living deer in the wild. This is crazy, man. Man, these things are just everywhere. In the tent for the night, and I think I'm still a little bit tired from the 4-state challenge, so the 20.5 miles felt a little bit harder than I expected today, but had some decent elevation gain, and it was definitely hotter this afternoon, so that didn't help either. But 20.5 miles for the day, staying at the campsite at Sam Moore Shelter, and that is at mile 1194.5. So got a little bit over 25 miles tomorrow. That should be interesting, and I think there's actually a solar shower at the shelter I'm planning to stay at tomorrow, so hopefully you can get a shower at the end of the day, which would be really awesome because I am pretty sweaty at this point and just kind of covered in sweatness, which is not super fun, but that's just how it is. And my shirt is kind of salty from all the sweat.